The most important things are the things that you need, and you can prioritize the things that you want. You want to be particular, but you don't want to be so picky and caught up in a fantasy that you miss him standing right in front of you.
I think that a woman's non-negotiables should be only emotionally based. Is he going to be nice to me?
I think you have to keep an open mind, because you may think that you love 6'3", dark-haired, green-eyed men, but you may find yourself, you know, falling in love with a 5'6" blonde. You just, you know, you never know what form he's going to come in.
It's one thing to think, you know, you're going to get Prince Charming. It's another thing to really just say, hey, the frog looks good to me too, so I'll just hang out with him.
I think what led to my desperate phase was I found out that my ex-boyfriend was dating somebody and I wasn't, and I didn't like that, so I needed a boyfriend right away. I needed that if I run into this guy on the street, I'm going to have a hot guy on my arm, and he's going to be jealous, and that's just the way it's going to be. And subsequently, I ended up dating anyone that came along, and it was just a big, gross disaster.
No, I'm not allowed to drive anymore. I got so many DUIs, they won't even let me near a car.
Right now I'm writing 4 movies, I'm writing 4 screenplays, and then 1 TV show.
You want to just stop that?
Sorry, stop what? Just... I think you'll find I'm a very sincere guy. I'm really a one-woman kind of man. No, I'm good, thanks.
I find that it's very stimulating, and there's, you know...
If you're desperate to be in a relationship, then you have more, I think, inner voices that say things like, you're not very good company, you need somebody else, and you're never going to be successful until you're in a relationship.
For years in my 20s, I was this independent, you know, emancipated, successful woman, and yet the minute I got into a relationship, I literally just flung myself at their feet and said, whatever you want, I'll do whatever you want.
I guess Aaron had been dating for a little while these very strange people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then there comes that time when you think there might not be somebody better than your ex.
Finding somebody new was getting too hard, and I was getting increasingly desperate. So I decided to beg my ex to see if he would consider getting back together with me, and I actually made some progress because we sort of started seeing each other again.
Yeah, I mean, I remember her calling me, and I was so surprised that she was thinking about getting back together with him, just because at the end of their relationship, it wasn't good. It wasn't a positive place for them to be, and it seemed like the best decision for both of them to part.
Yeah, there was a reason that they broke up, and I had to just say to Aaron, you know, I'm not gonna just sit here and sweetly smile at you while you say that this is actually a good idea when I happen to know that this guy didn't respect you before.
A friend of mine has a really good analogy about relationships and getting back together with exes, and it's when you take the milk out of the fridge and you pour it on your cereal, and then you take a bite and the milk has gone bad. You don't take the milk and put it back in the fridge and hope it's better tomorrow. It's done.
Why would you settle for the frog? What are you willing to do as far as taking a hard look at yourself to get you from the frog to the prince?
One of my big hang-ups was wanting my life to be more like a movie and wanting the man in my life to make that happen for me. But can romance in real life be like it is in the movies? I thought that I would try out some grand romantic gestures from the movies and see if they can work in real life. And this is Ben.
Hi.
You take this, it's too heavy. So Ben is going to recreate the famous Lloyd Dobler scene in Say Anything. He's going to surprise his fiancée at work. So how are you feeling about it? You ready?
I think I'm ready.
Are you psyched?
Let's do it.
Are you scared?
Let's do it.
He's a little scared. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Do you see that open window above my head? Yeah, that's the ladies' washroom, and one of Ben's fiancée's friends was in there. She saw what we were doing and then told Ben's fiancée we were outside. So guess who came down the stairs looking for Ben? We were totally busted. Ben hid and we thought we could get away with it, but it just wasn't working, so we decided to just send him inside.
It's too corny or outdated. Maybe you like that other song better. And this is the one that you said that you hated. Oh, I would stand out in the rain, put my lower back and shoulders through all kinds of pain, just to play you a Hollywood love song, to show you that my love is John Cusack is a skinny little guy. He put his socks on white and white. John Cusack is a skinny little guy. He put his socks.
Yeah, I would have done this without the camera crew.
Yeah, he likes to embarrass himself and me.
So,
yeah.
So now I've got our new wedding song.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That'll be our first dance.
Yeah.
He got busted before the stereo was even turned on, and the surprise was ruined, but she absolutely loved it. And so did her coworkers. This is Ryan. He's going to see if he can pull off an elaborate performance like the one in 10 Things I Hate About You.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
I'm Ryan Say.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Erin.
Hi, Erin. Nice to meet you, too.
You too.
So, I've got a pretty big question to ask.
Okay.
I was wondering if I could sing a song to my girlfriend during a Salmon Kings game. Yeah, it's a love song. I think it'll be pretty funny.
Funny or?
It'll be sincere and romantic and funny.
If you wanted to write, say, a short sort of introduction or like why you're doing it.
Yeah, because I just want to make it clear that it's not a marriage proposal.
Yeah.
Because it's not, and I don't want her to get the wrong idea. Yeah. She said that there's going to be 4,000 people here, at least, and maybe even more. So that's a little bit nerve-wracking.
There's a young man here in the crowd tonight who has something he'd like to say. Now, don't get too excited. It's not a marriage proposal. But he does want to share something with his girlfriend.
They say it's the little things, and you don't need me to put on a show. But you're such a special lady, you're such a sweet girl, and this is something everybody should know. Is it much too much to share these feelings? Feelings that just can't hide. Oh, you're everything to me, girl. I can't keep it inside. Oh, it's you. You're much too much.
That was just really brave and wonderful. Really flattered and impressed at the same time.
Oh, good. Yeah.
I do think more guys should do these kind of things for their girlfriends. Yeah.
Good luck finding guys.
Poor Ryan, he was really, really nervous, and he couldn't hear the music, so it didn't sound great. But she loved it, and so did the crowd. What do you think is like the most cliche or common gesture, grand romantic gesture in the movies?
You know, whenever I go through the airport, it takes forever. So if I was trying to catch up to somebody, there's no way that's going to happen.